Removing competition in education will remove war in the world. Removing the idea that there is a need for separation and competition in minds of children will remove the idea of the need for war. It's all a part of the same programming. It's all a part of the same programming that is placed in the neocortex, the thinking brain. Anything that is programmed into the thinking brain in the education process creates a loop in the neocortex, a judgment loop. Anything that is based on separation and control and competition creates a judgment loop. The neocortex already has a judgment loop, so if anything is placed within it that is related to judgment, will just create a loop, and that loop will just keep repeating that same pattern of judgment and competition and separation over and over and over again in the person's mind until the day they die. The only thing that makes us die is that judgment loop. The judgment loop creates a pattern of sucking out our energy. It creates a negative vibration pattern that does not return energy. It takes energy away from us. When we remove our consciousness from that judgment loop, from that thinking brain, we remove ourselves from using up all of our energy through that loop of judgment. It's a lower frequency of consciousness that just uses up energy. It wears us out. It wears us down. It creates aging. It creates disease. It creates death. If we remove ourselves from the thinking brain, which is basically all of the ideas planted in us from these versions of realities of cultures, we learn to move into the light. We move our minds into the light by focusing on a light, focusing on a candle, and totally moving our entire consciousness into that light energy. That light energy moves us into a pattern in the brain waves, a higher brain wave. It moves us into a fifth dimensional brain wave. The judgment loop in the thinking brain keeps us stuck in a two-dimensional thinking pattern, which just leads to death and dying and disease. But we move into the fifth dimensional frequency in the midbrain, in the pineal gland, in the mind of God frequency, then we start creating a new wave pattern, a new fifth dimensional wave pattern. And that pattern is activated by the eighth dimensional wave of the sun, the plasma wave, the eighth dimensional, that's the galactic wave pattern. So we connect this galactic wave pattern into the solar wave pattern, and it creates an eternal supply of energy.